Okay, in this units and measurement lesson, we are going to learn about prefix. What are prefix? Something like kilometer, millimeter, gigabyte, megahertz, nanometer, and centimeter. Sometimes it can be cumbersome to express numbers in standard form. For example, some of the Wi-Fi signals that we use has a frequency of this big number, hertz. Okay, this thing is the units. Okay, even if expressed in standard form, it's also quite long, which is 5.0 times 10 to the power 9 hertz. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, sometimes we use prefix to help us. We express it in 5 the GHz. Okay, this is termed as giga. Okay, so you may be familiar when you try to connect to a Wi-Fi network, and you find that there's a 5G, okay, or or in short form 5 gigahertz. So there are some agreed letters or symbols that's in front of the units to represent certain big or small number. So that's why it is called prefix, okay, because it is in front, okay, pre. So these letters and symbols are known as prefixes. So take the familiar unit of kilometer or km. 5 km is of course 5,000 meters, or 5 times 10 to the power 3 meters. The letter K is actually a prefix that represents 1,000 times, or 10 to the power 3, which is placed in front of the meter unit meter. Okay, so km is actually broken down into two parts, K and M. So K is actually the prefix, M is the unit. So, and K is actually a short form for kilo. So can you name another example that uses this prefix K? I'll give you a hint. How heavy are you? It is kilograms, or in kg. And notice that 1 kilogram is actually equivalent to 1,000 grams, just like 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meters. A common application of prefix is computer data file size. For example, if there's some small Word document, file size could be just 2 KB. B is actually a unit for computer size, and it stands for bytes. A PowerPoint presentation may be about 2 MB. A USB thumb drive has a space of 2 GB. And a large hard disk has a space of 2 TB. We all now know that K actually means 1,000 times. So what does this M, G, and T means? Below is a table. So we've gone through K, which is kilo. You find that M stands for mega, G stands for giga, and T stands for tera. So what does each of them represent? You find that for mega, it's actually 10 to the power 6, or 6 zeros. For giga, it is 9 zeros. For tera, may I guess? It is actually, of course, 12 zeros. So, of course, you see a certain pattern to it. 3, 6, 9, 12. It's kilo, mega, giga, and tera. What about prefix that represents small numbers? This prefix that you may be familiar would be ml or milliliter. For example, your small mineral water usually contains about 500 ml of water, or is actually just 0.5 liter. So this M actually represents something that is smaller. So in this case, 1 liter is actually about 1000 ml. So what is 1 ml is converted to how many liters? So what you need to do is, of course, just convert since 1 liter is 1000 ml. So 1 ml should be 1 over 1000. Okay, so this is how you convert. Or you can actually just move, will be 0.001. Okay, so 1 divided by 1000 is 1, 2, 3. So it's 0.001. And in standard form, it's actually 1 times 10 to the power negative 3 liters. Milli, represented by M, is a prefix that represents 1 over 1000, or 10 to the power negative 3. Similar examples would be milligrams, milliseconds, or milliliter, mm. Okay, so to take note, mm itself is actually a breakdown of milli and meters. Even cm is actually an example, or centimeter is an example of prefix where c is the prefix followed by unit of m. And 100 cm is actually 1 meter. So 1 cm is actually 1 over 100 or 0.01. Or in standard form, it is 1.0 times 10 to the power negative 2. However, the prefix of centi is seldom used outside cm. Then what are other prefixes that we use to represent small numbers? Okay, besides milli, you find that it is micro, nano, and pico. So what does it represent? Centi and milli we already gone through. So micro, nano, and pico. Nano stands for N, pico, and micro is a unique symbol where it is a Greek letter. Okay, it's somewhat like a U. Okay, so if you look at the pattern, it's actually pretty simple. You find that micro, it is actually 6 zeros, 1 over 6 zeros, okay, or negative 6. Nano is 9 zeros, or 10 to the power negative 9. And pico, of course, it will be 12 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and 10 to the power negative 12. Okay, so these are the actual number. If we say 1 nano, it means that it is 0 point this. Okay, so you see again, you see the pattern that's negative 3, negative 6, negative 9, negative 12. So it represents milli, micro, nano, and pico. And that's the end of today's lesson. Please subscribe and support my channel. For my other physics video lesson arranged according to topics, please visit my blog at boringphysicsteacherswordpress.com. You can subscribe to my channel to be informed when I upload new physics video lessons. Thank you.